Alright, what's up, guys? You're here for the Well Versed podcast presented by 6 Degree Studios. I'm Kayleeza.
What's goody? I'm Bills.
What's going on? I'm Gene.
Dicks get insane.
And we're here to cover all the, latest topics, news within the culture, music, everything to do with hip hop and rap, R&B, everything. So, I guess the first subject, we're a couple of weeks removed from it now, so maybe everyone can think about it a bit more clearly, less emotions.
We're right. We're right though. We're right.
And not argue. Yeah. That's how we're all gonna feel. So, Kanye versus Drake. Where do we sit on like the whole scenario with
Kanye won. Deadass.
Where do we sit with the whole scenario of Kanye versus Drake, Donda versus CLB, and yeah, everything to do with it, like from the smallest intricacies to the deep dives to everything, because there's a lot to unpack, obviously.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. And we're talking about just album versus album, right? No,
I guess
regardless of what they've done.
It has to be everything.
Alright,
in my
for
opinion,
sure.
it is everything, because it seems like it's not just music. I feel like it's very much beyond just
Kanye's
music
rollout.
and songs here and there. It's very.
Kanye's
I feel like it's
rollout
very
was crazy.
Yeah, Kanye's rollout was probably way more harder because, like, honestly, what did like Drake do with like his rollout? He didn't do fucking anything.
He put out billboards 2 days before the
Or
album.
is it because that he didn't need that hype behind him?
Yeah,
But the other
that's
thing is-
fair enough. But like Kanye's always one of those people that goes full visual. Like he does a full experience, bro. Look
For
what he
sure.
did with like fucking Sunday service. Like he built a full dome.
Yeah,
for it,
you can say that,
you know?
but we knew Certified Lover Boy was coming for maybe a year or over a year.
Yeah,
All
for
those
sure.
songs-
Like
those
he had
songs you guys have heard, like,
the
ages ago.
haircut. It was like hinted for a while through merch, through. We're talking about. It was.
His hair, goddammit.
Yeah, it was a while. Like he announced that. I think I'd
Hate him
seen.
having hair.
Yeah, the trailer for it was in September, saying it was going to be released January 2021,
Yeah, I remember
Actually,
that.
yeah.
and it was hinted even before September.
Do we know what set it back?
Well, he had broken his leg too, and also he
Oh,
had.
so he can't
Yeah,
rap without
done
his
an
leg.
ACL or
and
something.
he
Fuck
had
me,
COVID
he's a
as well.
he's a
So he
prima donna.
sounded like an NBA athlete right now.
Yeah.
But didn't he drop Dark
Dark Lane demo tapes as well. Yeah.
So that was
yeah.
that must have been offcuts of like was it CLB then?
Yeah.
And he dropped those tracks with Lil Baby and Rick Ross
Yeah.
right before.
Oh, that Rick Ross one
Yeah,
was fucking
the-
crazy. Is
yeah.
that what is it? Money in the Grave? Is that
No, that was like ages ago. The
Oh,
one
the
with
lemon,
new
the
one.
scare, the Scary Hours too.
Scary Hours
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
That's the one. Yeah.
So
Oh,
he did.
yeah, Lemon Pepper.
He was active.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was active while getting to CLB. He
Yeah.
was putting
Yeah,
out a
for
lot of
sure.
music.
And
I mean,
Kanye really wasn't.
Yeah, let's
like,
be real.
Doing
That's
anything
the
up
thing-
until a certain point, and then
every-
it was just like full work.
Yeah, most years you're gonna get a Drake that's gonna put out a lot of material. He's
Yeah,
gonna
always.
have a song that's in rotation.
He's
for
the
like
biggest
3 or 4
artist, bro.
months.
100%. Like I don't really like. CLB is like one of those albums that like. I only listened to it because everybody was talking about it.
Yeah,
And I knew I had to listen to it. And then I sat down and listened to it, and I was like, it's good, but it's not Donda, bro. I like got Donda vibes way better. And like CLB was cool, but then again too, Drake did rap his ass off.
yeah.
But
yeah.
it's not hard. It's like bubblegum side, and then Donda's like full like heavy dark.
Yeah.
For me, that's just my fucking.
Wow.
The way
With
I
Donda,
see it.
I don't even consider it dark because there's very light moments on there and very like.
It takes you through a whole fucking wave.
Yeah,
does
yeah,
work.
yeah. I wouldn't say. I'd say like a lot around like the marketing around it and like the promotion around it felt dark, but the project
album
itself,
itself,
it doesn't give me
pretty
dark
good,
vibes.
But it's
sure.
mad layered though, eh? Like,
Yeah.
even when you find out about, like, the Donda chant,
yeah,
like, that being his mom's heartbeat before
Yeah.
she died, bro,
Yeah.
like, that kind of stuff is, like, when you hear about it, you're like, holy crap, because at first you're like, what the hell is
You
You
this?
hear that like
Yeah.
months later, and you're like, oh, I get it now.
yeah,
It was
it's
Like, what
oh,
made you
crazy.
think of that to put that in your album?
Yeah,
But I think
100%.
too, like I think with this album, he was hard out vulnerable, bro. Like, and he like
He put
opened
everything.
himself up.
He
Yeah,
put
bro.
everything out.
it
bro.
is hard to compete with a Kanye that we've all been like wanting that care from.
Yeah,
like we've
for
wanted
sure.
him to care about a project like this for a long time. I think a lot of Kanye fans were like, "We just want you to care about
We just want
actually
you to rap again,
music
bro."
and your album and what you're saying. We want you to care about it again." So when it's gonna be hard to compete with what a lot of people have been like waiting for from
100%.
Because I
Kanye.
tried to, bro, honestly, like, as a Kanye, like, I'm a huge Kanye fan, like, probably the biggest Kanye fan you ever meet. And, like, I tried to love Jesus is King, bro, but that shit was fucking whack. And then, like, pretty much, like, I heard Donda, and I was like, fuck, here we go again, bro. And then straight away, Jail, boom, I was like, he's back, G.
It's amazing.
It was pretty much exactly like listening to My Dark Beautiful Fantasy and 808s and Heartbreaks. Like
The
after
Christian version.
listening to 808s and Heartbreaks for so long and like fucking with it and like hearing like My Dark Beautiful Fantasy, it's him fucking rapping again. It was like a whole new light. I was like, fuck, he's back. And then he
Yeah.
did the full visual rollout, like he burnt his fucking
Right.
childhood house down, like he fucking killed that shit. Well, he was supposed to burn it down.
Do
but
you
that shit was
reckon
so hard.
that he's got too many features on that album? I've seen a lot of critiques saying that Kanye have used too many features for this album.
Nah, because he's had heaps of features throughout his whole fucking
Yeah,
like
hard.
career, bro.
Hard.
And like every album, he's had X amount of people, or there's at least been X amount of hands on the fucking album. Because like he's even got like, there's like you read the credits and there's like Jaffelstein, who's like a fucking like heavy like electro DJ. Them to like fucking him to like fucking Mike Dean, who's pretty much like helped produce like every single Kanye
He's a
album,
G.
and
Yeah.
like he was Kanye's live band.
Mm.
Like you get what I mean? So of course Kanye's the super collaborator. If Kanye can't do something, he's gonna get someone that can do that shit.
Definitely.
You get what I
exactly.
mean?
I
For
think
sure.
too, like even the way that he's wired creatively, he has to have all that stuff going on, bro. Like I
He'll-
hear stories about Kanye, bro, and him like burning people out because of how much he overworks or like because his
Oh,
work
yeah.
rate is ridiculous.
Well, he'll
Like,
make
go to
you
a
work
studio,
too.
bro,
Like he,
book out like 10 rooms and have like
Mm.
1,000 things going on all at the same time.
And he'll pay you for like one word.
yeah.
He'll pay
And
every
he'll-
single fucking person for something.
I mean,
Yeah.
and he'll get Rick Ross to redo his whole verse. You
and
know what I
told
mean?
him
He's
Yeah,
a
to
that's
guy.
fucking
what
do
Kanye
that,
is.
bro,
He's a
which is
guy.
the hardest shit.
It's
Yeah.
once he has a vision, and that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted is a Kanye with a vision, and he had that with Donda
And
for
he's a
sure.
perfectionist, dude. Eh?
Yeah.
Like he like, nah, this ain't it.
Well,
Carry on. Like,
Well, the
do it
shows
again.
itself were layered in itself.
Yeah.
Like people are breaking down the meaning of the shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about not even the album now. We're talking about the show that he put on the listening parties.
Yeah,
They're dissecting that. So
And
it
everything,
shows you the attention to detail.
everyone was different too, which is the hardest shit.
Yeah.
And like with Kanye, like you see him like evolve, and like people were saying on like Spotify and shit, they were like, oh, hopefully we get to see like see the album and then see him change like the songs as he sees fit, like put up on Spotify and then do that. When he did that with like was it Life of Pablo?
Mm.
Every song changed like probably 3 or 4 times, like while it was on fucking streaming sites, which
That's
is so
crazy,
dope.
Yeah.
And I actually read this thing too that like he actually had this one producer that helped with the whole album. I think it was like, and he's one of the biggest rock producers in like history. And he was just like, I can't deal with fucking Kanye because everything's too erratic. And that same dude said that Donda's not finished. That's why it's like that. So that's why I compare it to Yeezus, because I feel like Yeezus isn't finished. Yeezus is just like a thrown together thing.
Yeah.
But it's still more finished than Yeezus, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can. I mean, Kanye is just one of those figures where you can like deep dive for forever. Like even just with like what he
sure.
what he
Still
does.
won't get it, and you still
Yeah,
won't
what he
get it.
does. What he
Yeah.
does in a couple of months, you could just go on and on about. And like when you go on his whole career, it's just so much to talk about. But I guess the person that you could just skim over is definitely like Drake with the CLB album. Cause
Definitely.
he's got his formula. He's got his formula.
And it's the same
like,
formula every
It
single
is,
fucking
and it's like,
time.
how do we all
Exactly,
feel like he executed his formula? Like, is it better than his like not comparing it to Donda now, but
Comparing it to
how his previous work? How do we feel CLB stacks up with his formula, with things like Scorpion and Take Care, where we know, or with Views, where we know he's gonna touch this sound, this sound, this sound. He's gonna rap here. He's gonna give you some R&B songs here. He's gonna give you a hard rap track, and then he's gonna give you like some R&B stuff. How are we feeling it stacks up with like his previous work?
But like, so I haven't listened to a Drake album since what? Fucking Thank Me Later.
Yeah.
Holy
And like,
frick.
yeah, and then like after hearing it, like you still get vibes from that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
for
you've
sure.
got like every song is like every song that he raps, he's rapping his fucking ass off. Like, and
Sure.
there's
Exactly,
bars
bro.
that like I even pull up
Yeah.
for like a not a Drake fan, and
Yeah.
like I'm just throwing it out there, bro. 260 was the firest track on that shit, and I keep bringing that up, bro. That's the hardest shit.
The video made
Straight
it
up.
so much better too.
But bro,
Yeah,
the sample is so good, and like I know that sample, bro, and it,
For sure.
it felt like some like old school Cameron shit because Cameron used to sample ridiculous songs
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
do like a all good job, but it wasn't mean.
Yeah.
But like I fuck with it, bro.
I just
Straight
feel
up.
like Drake can just do anything, bro.
Yeah,
I think that's
Like,
what
he's the
even
biggest
happened.
understood,
artist.
Like even
Yeah.
like see people hear CLB and they heard Way Too Sexy and they're like, what the hell is this song?
Yeah.
Like this song's so trash. Young Thug was trash. Future was trash. A week later, bro, everyone loves it.
I
Exactly.
believe what you said is true, but I believe what you're saying actually hurts Drake more than anyone else. Cause I think he can do anything,
Yeah.
but I think sometimes the fact that he does anything,
Yeah.
it taints
doesn't
him
need
to
to.
people that he's seeking validation
Yeah,
from,
for
For
sure.
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
and that's what I believe.
Yeah.
It's
for
the
sure.
haters, bro. It's sometimes
Like,
it's the haters, sometimes it's the
I
hip
feel
hop
like-
heads, sometimes
Like he almost
it's the
got
big
something
boys.
to prove or something.
I feel
Yeah.
like he has
Yeah.
two things to prove every time, and
Still
it's like
hungry.
he's got that thing where he like he's just gonna do what he wants to do because he knows he can do it and it works.
Yeah.
But then it's like, do I do it? Because then I'm like, that's one less, that's one more reasoning for people that
Yeah.
aren't on board
Yeah.
to say, not top 5, not top 10,
Yeah.
not whatever. You know, because there's people that just completely rule him out.
Yeah.
And
Would
you
you
look
put
at
him
him,
on top 1 though? Right now?
he's
Drake?
he's
Best artist in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
100%.
right?
He's the
For
biggest
sure.
artist ever,
Exactly.
in my opinion.
Lisa's the only one who didn't agree.
He is, bro. Like
Active artists, yeah.
he,
That's what I'm saying. Like right now, active artists.
No,
bro.
because I'm a like
Kanye was it, now it's Drake.
people know me.
Yeah.
For me, Kendrick Lamar is very. I see him.
Kendrick Lamar is very amazing, brother.
And 100% agree, brother.
Yeah, but with
Bruh.
with Kendrick Lamar is like his work, his product of work isn't enough to stack up to Drake. The only one you can probably stack Drake's like work and like how many albums and how many like singles, hit singles and shit is probably Kanye West.
exactly.
He was the first one to
Yeah.
do
For
it.
sure.
He was the first
Yeah.
one
I
to do it.
disagree. I don't think volume. I don't think
Don't disagree with
volume.
me.
I
No,
don't
I'm
think
just kidding.
volume equals anything.
No, but you get what I mean. Like, it's not volume, but it's just like every single album, Drake has at least 5 songs that's in the
Yeah.
charts, and Kanye did that first.
Bro,
Every
but
single
then
Kanye song.
Even songs that ain't on albums, bro.
Yeah.
Like every single
His-
song
his
he
cuts and
released this
shit.
year was crazy before he
Yeah.
dropped CLB.
Mm.
Every single
Exactly,
song, bro.
bro. Like everybody spoke about it, like that Lil Baby verse on that Scary Hours too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that he can drop anything and it's just gonna hit billboards no
Yeah.
matter what.
And it's always going to
Yeah.
be, he's always going to have at least like 3 or 4 songs in playlists on any
Aye,
streaming
for
fucking
sure.
thing.
But
He's
I'm
always
not-
going to be
it's
the next. He's always gonna
honestly,
be the
bro.
next dude
Let's be
on
real.
YouTube.
There's no debate about who the biggest is. There's no debate at all. There's no there's no competition with that. But if we're talking about preference, that's just my preference.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what
Sure.
that's
Yeah,
what I
100%.
seek. I see the most value for me.
Yeah, he's
like
not
the most
mine.
return on like the time that I spend in
Yeah.
you know like listening to his music is with Kendrick. Whereas with Drake, I listen to a song and I know Drake's gonna replace that song himself.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like
for sure.
Kendrick doesn't replace
Yeah.
the music that he's made.
Yeah, for sure.
It is what it is.
That's
and he's
fine.
not gonna do something on the next album that replaces that song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hard out.
Whereas Drake, he
Every
said it-
album has a song that was like that
Right,
song, but better.
Exactly.
Drake says he goes into the studio, he starts writing down his track list of his last album and starts writing down the songs that he has for this album.
Yeah.
And he goes and connects the dots and be like, oh yeah, this is what. So
Wow.
it is like a formula for him.
Yeah.
And he is crossing off what he needs to do for his formula.
Yeah.
It's
And it's
crazy.
not like
So it's just
I'm
trying
not
to
saying
be
he
better
shouldn't
than
do
his
his.
former self.
It's crazy.
Yeah, his
though that
formula
this-
is his formula.
Bro,
but that's
honestly.
why I get like the things that Kendrick does on Good Kid, Mad City. I don't get any. I'm not gonna get that ever again.
Yeah, for sure.
What Drake did on Views, I can get on.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
There's
And I
songs that
think-
are
that's
replaced.
right.
I
it.
think
You're
that's why I always love going back to Drake's albums, though, is because when I go back there, I know what I'm in for. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I mean that ambient, like atmospheric production,
Yeah.
with 40 and like these mixes that are like, just sounds like Drake.
And
Yeah.
it's the
You know what I
one,
mean?
and it's the one producer the whole time, which is
Yeah.
like so fire. But then I remember talking to you, bro, like out of this shit, like just me and you randomly talking, and I think we're talking about Travis Scott, and you're like, "Is this the album?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and you're like, "No." What I'm saying to you is that, do you reckon this is his best album? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, no, like, is it better than his last album? Because as an artist, each album should be better than the last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you've said that to me, bro. And like, the funny thing about when you said that thing about Drake is it's like, it's just a blur, G.
Yeah.
You could probably play every album, start to finish, bro. You won't be able to tell where one starts, one finishes, bro.
Yeah.
Kanye's ones, bro. You know exactly where they are.
That's why Kanye. That's the genius in Kanye, because he knows to do something completely different.
Yeah, every
That
time.
you can't compare, and that's why the same thing with Kendrick is like you don't compare this album with the last album.
Yeah.
You might like the
Yeah.
last album more than the new
He
album.
did an unmastered album, bro. Who's done that?
Yeah. But it's like you're not gonna compare the two. You can't. It's just you can have preference, but it's just preference.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that his new work isn't better. It's just a matter of like they're two different.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
with Drake, like even with Drake, like I like Dark Lane demo tapes more than
Yeah.
CLB. That's
Yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of takes from a lot of people where they like things more that like there's a big best album for Drake, there's a big Take Care group, and there's a big Nothing Was the Same group.
100%.
And
But
Views
then-
as well. Views is amazing.
Ah, it's a,
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
mean.
People
But
love
there's
that
no
shit.
there's no
Right.
definitive
Yeah.
this is the one for Drake where it's like
Even like So Far
because
Gone.
it's the
too.
formula, so it's like your
Yeah,
favorite
no, you're
version of
right.
the formula.
For sure.
You
And
know?
half-
And like, cause every album has songs where you're like, yo, I miss of this, yo, I miss of this, yo, I miss of this. But you can't like say this album was the one for him. Like,
Yeah.
you know, whereas like J. Cole, you can easily
Ah,
do
yeah.
that.
For
Like you
sure.
can point to an album and go, this was his album, like
Yeah.
this was peak J. Cole.
and like half these like Drake fans too
What do
aren't
you mean these Drake
aren't,
fans?
aren't
And you looked at me too. Come on now. Like,
nah like
Yeah, like,
no like
walking
straight
on
up
his shoulder,
no like straight up like half these Drake fans, bro, haven't been riding with him since So Far Gone.
Yeah, well,
Like
you
you
know,
get what I
that's fact.
mean?
No, but
There's
that's
some-
J.
there's
Cole
some-
fans, bro.
But
Like,
There's some
but the
there's
hard
a lot of
fans,
people
the
that-
hard
that-
fans are
there's a-
solid, bro, and then there's
But there's a lot
hard
of fans
fans that
that-
aren't hard fans.
There's a
G.
lot of fans that haven't been here since before Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah.
yeah.
Since before Views is the height of the mainstream.
Yeah.
Take Care got him there though too.
yeah.
That's all
It
like
didn't-
pound cake and
nah,
shit
it-
though.
I
Nah,
feel
nah,
like
nah.
I think Nothing Was the Same, and the next album was just Views.
I think Nothing
Yeah.
Was the Same
Bro.
made him the best rapper
Yeah, bro.
in the
yeah,
in the
that's when I was
world.
barring out.
That's it.
Yeah.
But it didn't
Still
make
hungry,
it didn't
still
make
No,
him
but
Drake.
then Views was like that
Views
was
was-
like you're saying that was the pinnacle. Like that was him reaching
Right.
the
Exactly.
Bro,
That's
you-
why I was like whole line
I'm
blinking
telling
shit
you
on
right
that.
now,
the
bro.
world talking.
But this is how I know it. This is the difference, right? Nothing Was the Same came out. I think the scene was like the culture was like, okay, Drake's number one. Right now, Drake is number one. 2013, right? And then the shuffle was there, you know, that's 2014, J. Cole comes out. He did his thing.
Yeah.
He probably has the crown, right? 2015, 2016, this was like Drake was really shooting for radio.
Yeah.
Hotline
Yeah.
Bling,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, One Dance, all
Ooh
this.
yuck, ooh yuck, ooh yuck.
And it started
Two
it
in
was
a
on the
row.
radio in Australia. And that's
Yeah.
when I was like, okay, this is a height of Drake I've never seen before.
For sure.
You know, and he was active. It's not like he didn't put out a whole mixtape with Future. You know what I'm
Right.
That shit was
like,
hard,
so
though.
he was
For
active,
sure.
but he wasn't mainstream, you know?
For sure.
And then right, once I heard like One Dance on Australian radio, and then I watched the State of Origin, and at the halftime show there was an ad for Views. I was like, mainstream for sure.
For
That's
sure.
it. That's bro.
He's there.
And he has
Bro,
never left that spot, bro.
Nah,
bro.
Ever since then.
What
You know
rapper?
I mean?
What rapper gets? We're talking about in Australia, State of Art. Like, I guess you know what some people would say like Super Bowl for here.
Yeah.
There's no rappers wanting or have the budget to do that type of, like to
yeah,
do that.
For sure.
Like it doesn't matter how big of it. Like Jay-Z probably wouldn't even desire to do that.
Yeah.
But they knew, like he knew, the label knew, this is like this is smash.
Is that
This
through
is
like
smash,
Warner
smash.
Bros? Is that why that's done? Because like Warner Bros is here too, or like who's he through?
Oh well, I don't
Sony
know,
or
but I'm
something?
sure they just knew the trajectory of it.
Yeah, 100%.
And that was just
out
the
there.
shift straight away.
Hey, we had the Veronicas play at State Origin. G, that shit was fire.
But you know what I mean? It's
Shout out
like
Wavell.
if you're talking about an ad
fire,
slot,
bro.
like ad
Madden
slots,
Brothers?
yeah,
Oh, my cousins.
like ad slots are the most expensive
For
in
sure.
major
Yeah, bro.
sporting events.
Look,
It doesn't
KFC.
matter any country, anywhere. They
Yeah.
like you watch like whole companies set up a whole year to do a crazy ad campaign for the Super Bowl.
Because he's done Super Bowls, eh? Has he
He's
done
done
Super Bowls?
ad campaigns for Super Bowls.
I
but
don't
he
know,
hasn't
he hasn't
he hasn't
done
a
halftime
halftime
Super Bowl.
show.
I reckon
No.
it would cost a lot of money just for Super Bowl to book him. To
That's
like,
surprising
a
though.
halftime show.
That's surprising though, because you'd think that he'd be like a huge like someone to do that. Because like Metallica's done it.
Yeah.
Like you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Maroon 5
Well,
has
don't they
done
got
it.
Drake
Yeah.
going in next year or something?
Nah, Kendrick.
Your favorite.
Kendrick's in there with-
yeah.
with
But
Drake.
Drake's in it too. Oh, Drake's in it too, right?
Dr. Dre, yeah, Dre. It's like the whole LA because it's in LA.
Bullshit.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, so
Yeah.
all the bros are there.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
I
crazy.
mean, we're right.
NWA,
We're
NWA
right in this
reunion
realm already of
with
the
Eazy-E
top three
fucking-
today currently. So J. Cole, he did the freestyle on the Heavens EP freestyle on Drake's track "Pipe Down,"
Pipe down. That's
where
it.
he, if you haven't heard it already,
Talking
he
about like putting people away.
yeah, well he can see he said that people are throwing the bronze at him, saying that he's behind Drake and Kendrick, and he pretty much said those guys are superstars to me.
Mm.
That's kind of like what
It's a
he's-
win, yeah.
that's what he's.
Who said
that's what-
that?
This is what
Oh.
J. Cole said about
J. Cole said, is that
on this
another- yeah,
on this
yeah.
recent track, on his recent freestyle. A lot of people are taking it as if like he's conceding. He's saying that he is third, whereas I think
He's not.
I
He's
don't
not
think.
number 3, bro. Dead ass.
I think
not
he's
number
just.
3.
I think he's
People
just,
can put him at number 3, but he's not.
I think he's just acknowledging that a big. I feel like there's a bigger group. The largest group that would say he's third would be J. Cole. Everyone would say a higher percentage of people would say J. Cole is
Yeah,
third.
I think so too.
In new rappers, bro, I put him at 3, but like as like a like out of everyone, bro, dead or alive, he's not number 3, G.
No.
He's so
no,
fucked
that's
up.
what I'm saying. He said
Sure.
he said he's throwing they're throwing bronze at me behind Drake and Kendrick. So he's talking about current. He's not talking all time.
Yeah.
He's talking about today.
Well,
They're throwing
So,
the bronze at him, saying that he's.
so Drake.
Well, he didn't say the number. He didn't say that. He didn't
it has
say.
to be Drake.
He's saying that
Kendrick.
all he's saying is he's third and he's behind Kendrick and.
Bro,
and-
Drake shouldn't
and
even be
Drake.
in there. Nah, Drake should be in there because of his things, but like him and Kendrick are the ones that should be fighting. Not
Well, it's-
fighting, but like that.
Kendrick?
It's undeniable
What did I
that.
say?
Is that what you're talking about?
What-
You're talking about
But like, how would he could?
Yeah.
How do you reckon he was
Yeah,
thinking?
they're the
though?
ones who
was
should
it
be, like-
sales? Is it bars? Is it
They
music?
came out at the same time, and
I don't know.
they always get compared to each other. And they've always been.
I just think Drake's like far exceeded everyone else, bro. Like,
Well, let's just get it clear.
as an artist, right? I ain't talking about just rapping,
Yeah.
but as an artist, I feel like he's just
He's an upper
bro, he's
echelon, bro.
beyond rap music, bro.
Exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Bro, my mom knows Drake. She doesn't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
Kendrick or J.
Yeah,
Cole.
yeah,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's when you know, like, this guy
Right.
has, like, literally transcended
Major-
just from
Facts.
our generation, but, like, onto the next older than us.
If you have
Yeah,
a
I know what you're
5-year-old,
saying.
if you have a 5-year-old daughter, bro, she's gonna know Drake. She's not gonna know Kendrick.
But she's probably doing TikTok dances on Drake's song, bro.
Bro,
You know what I
dead
mean?
ass.
Yeah, won't know Kendrick Lamar though.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So, but there's no denying the top three today is the
Those
top
three,
yeah.
100%.
I just find it strange that he wants to. I don't even think he needed. I
I
don't
reckon
know.
I'll put him in second. You know what I mean?
But
Oh.
he obviously he feels some type of way about this.
Okay.
You don't as like me myself. Even if I did think I was third, or people were saying I was third, I wouldn't mention being third.
But I think more so it's like putting it to rest, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You think?
So that the comparisons just stop.
I get that. Do you know?
I don't know.
'Cause
Logically,
he's always been like that. Like Cole's always been that dude. Like,
but logically, in my head, he should feel like he can't be third, because like I said, me being a Kendrick, he could say he's
yeah.
active.
But I don't think. But that's the thing is that I don't think Cole cares enough to try to be number one for everyone or try to make it look like he thinks he's the man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he cares about the comparison.
And then,
that's always the vibe I got from him,
Yeah.
right?
'Cause he's
So,
always
but
the
why does he have
kickback
to
guy.
say it though?
Yeah, for sure. Nah,
That's why I don't-
Do you reckon that it's a reverse psychology then? You know what I mean? Like,
I
reckon
don't
it's
know
just
it.
getting
so
it, bro.
everybody's
like
just
it-
like,
yeah.
yeah, maybe.
I feel like
maybe
it
he's
plays
better
with-
than 3.
I feel like it plays
what
with
we're
his
talking
mind.
about right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody will be like
We wouldn't
debating
have
this
talked
shit.
about this if he had.
Yeah.
If he didn't say it.
I feel like he played because I don't think
this is his whole purpose.
I don't.
Yeah.
But when
Man.
early on, maybe 2011, 2012, 2013, that time,
Yeah.
I felt like what Kendrick was doing was what J. Cole was meant to be doing. That's how I felt.
Right.
I felt like Kendrick's trajectory and what he was doing is what J. Cole should have been doing,
For sure.
but he didn't do it.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm not saying I don't think he was ever jealous of it or thought anything of it, but I just think, I don't know. I just think there's things within
I think
Cole's.
Kendrick got over it because he was always getting named as like number 1, like for like a whole time. So I just think Kendrick just got fucking over it, bro, and it was just like laters. That's what I exactly reckon what
What's
happened.
that for Kendrick?
Yeah, because he was always compared to being like top tier or like fucking probably one of the
I don't think-
dopest like lyricists.
I
in
think
the
the
world.
person that needs the least validation, like personally, I think the person that needs the less validation out of all 3 of them is Kendrick.
But you think about
For
like
sure.
rock stars.
Him
bro.
personally, I'm not talking about
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
he gets enough
Yeah.
validation. I think he goes into an album, he goes into the studio, he
And
goes,
just does his thing.
he
and
does,
then
he
drops
goes about
it.
his day to day without
But-
any care of if he's first, second,
Yeah.
or third. I think Drake walks in with a chip on his shoulder all the time, and I think there's a lot
Yeah,
of things
100%.
that psychologically play
Yeah,
with
for
Cole's
sure.
mind in terms of how his
I
career.
think with Drake, the chip on his shoulder, bro, is firstly like since he started, right? People just read him off like
He's a
I don't
meme,
miss
bro.
this dude.
bro.
He's a
Yeah.
fucking meme, bro.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Drake's the type of guy that
Like he's a goofy. I'm
He's
not
that
gonna
fucking
listen
guy,
to
bro.
this dude, bro. Like he because he like you hear people talk about it all the time. Like other rappers, they like Drake came in 0 street credibility, bro. But he can
was in a wheelchair on Degrassi.
bro.
Exactly.
But he can
Throw that
rap
out
like
there.
crazy, bro. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Wayne picked him up, one of the hottest rappers at the
Bruh.
time.
But
Signed
bro,
him.
But don't you think that Take Care like set the face for the
It did, bro.
upcoming generation?
Yeah,
In terms of
100%.
sound.
That was like his. That
You know
was
what I
like
mean?
that was the album that everybody was like, "Yo,
Bro,
that was his
like,
Carter 2, bro. That was his
what
Carter
is it?
2
The
from
motto?
Kanye West."
The motto, yeah,
the motto, bro,
G.
that created the sound for
That's the one with like pound
every-
cake on it, eh?
Bro,
Pound cakes
yeah,
on,
pound cake,
fuck,
yeah,
pound
yeah.
cakes on that shit with Jigga, bro.
Bro, people get the YOLO tatted on them and that era.
Deadass.
Like think about it that way. You know what I mean? YOLO,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's a stupid ass saying. Like,
And, like,
it's from that album.
But even that beat, bro, like that whole sound, that ended up being the sound for like the next freaking 4 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I
G.
mean? Then
Yeah.
DJ Mustard dropped. Everyone started making songs to Mustard stuff. Like it was just crazy.
And
But,
like,
but you can also say the same thing with Kanye though about Yeezus, and I feel like that was like years ahead of its time because you can still put it next to songs that are getting played now, and it doesn't sound outdated. If you
yeah,
know what I
100%.
mean.
Like you'll listen to Yeezus now, and it's just like, fuck, I get it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I listened to it back I think last year, and I'm like, wow, like I get it
And he did the 8-song shit before he did the 8-song shit.
for
Like
sure.
he did 8 songs, and then he did fucking what 2 other albums with like X amount of things, and then he did the 8 album shit for his whole fucking label. Like you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these like it's the same shit. But
Yeah.
what I see about like Kendrick like dropping off is like I feel like he's like these like the 27 Club, and instead of like dying or like overdosing and shit, he's just pretty much just like laters.
Yeah.
Because you guys keep comparing me to these fucking people,
Yeah,
or you guys put me in the spotlight that I don't want to fucking be in,
Hard up.
and I'm over it. But then like J. Cole's just like, why am I not in the spotlight?
Yeah.
And then now he's like solidifying himself as like,
So-
fuck, I'll take number 3 because like anybody who
Hard
wants
up.
to be in the top 3, come fuck with me.
What was
Yeah.
he?
You get what I mean?
How much do you
Bar
think
out.
that? How much for each one of them? How much do you think the top 3 really weighs on them?
Drake,
Heavy,
Drake the most.
heavy, bro. for
Drake,
sure.
You think
Drake
that?
the
Drake,
most.
You think?
Kendrick, and I reckon Kendrick and Cole are probably like around
Yeah.
the
You
same
think
at
it,
the bottom.
it affects Drake,
Drake
the
the
perception
most.
of the
The most
top
for
3?
sure.
He has to
G.
be. He has to be the one,
for
bro.
sure.
He has to be the one. That's why he's so hungry. That's why he's always like
Yeah.
driven. That's why he
And then
started
what
from the
we
bottom
say-
and now he's
Are
here.
we
Because
saying-
he's had that chip on his shoulder from the jump, bro.
So we're saying Drake,
Deadass.
Drake, Cole, Kendrick.
Yeah,
Bro,
Drake Cole,
100%.
Kendrick, but Cole second because of the thing that he said on that song. You know what I mean? Like he did. I feel like he almost didn't have to say.
I feel like almost Drake feels past the top 3.
If,
Yeah.
but that's what we're talking about. Is like because
I think the hunger comes from the all time.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
man's
yeah.
trying to
Sure.
chase Michael Jackson, bro.
but that's
Oh,
why we're
yeah.
saying that. That's why.
But he's trying to chase Michael Jackson, and it's coming at the expense of what he wants out of the hip hop scene.
Yeah,
And
But
it's
that's
like it's just I feel like he's playing this game it's a losing battle. That
but I think too, like the only thing that will change the way people view him, bro, is how much he cares about it. Do you know what I mean? Like if he just refuses to care about it, people will be like, "I think."
well, that's that's what I'm saying with J. Cole. Like, I don't know why he has to talk about it because I have not been in the mood for a ranking system of those 3 for years.
Yeah, but
They're
if,
the
you
only
think,
ones
about, if
that-
you think about J. Cole's career, bro, like it's been an uphill battle the whole time.
for sure.
and
You
they're
know what I
the,
mean? He dropped Sideline Story, bro, and nothing.
Yeah,
like that
nobody
album was
liked it.
freaking crazy though.
Bro, Return of the Simba. That
Yeah,
track-
crazy.
Bro.
But same as Born Sinner, crazy album.
Exactly, G.
Like, you know, and then Forest Hills Drive got some love, but that's because everyone hyped it. And, like, you know, that became like a friggin', like its own thing.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, oh, I'm a J. Cole fan, I'm a J. Cole fan.
What's
like,
the album after that?
Yeah, oh, no. For Your Eyes Only.
Oh yeah, For Your Eyes Only.
that was hard. That was
Yeah.
the only one that I listened to. That
Bro,
and
see, I hated that
that
album.
That
Which
and
one?
KOD.
For Your Eyes Only.
That and KOD was fire.
I don't
Even
mind that
KOD I
album.
didn't like, bro.
Yeah.
KOD
See,
was
the-
sick. I
There's a
love
shit that got
KOD,
me, bro.
The hardest
So I
thing,
get it.
the hardest thing
They
with
put me
Cole,
on. They put me.
I think the
put
hard-
him on my radar.
the thing with Cole and Drake is that they are their own worst enemies, both of
Yeah,
them.
for sure.
and
No,
for
you're
different
right.
But-
reasons.
If you think about,
Like-
if you think about like those 3 people, who else do you put those 3? Do you compare those 3 people to? They're the trifecta at the moment, bro.
There's
and
no one else
they've been
to
the
compare it-
There's
to
been the
compare it
trifecta for this like generation. Like, there's no one else you could probably put in with them, and everybody else you're gonna put in like top tier rappers. Last generation.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, like
why they
Kanye.
compare themselves to each other.
Yeah,
That's
because they're the
why
only
they-
ones
Yeah,
that
no,
compare
no, no,
themselves.
but I
They're the
think-
ones that are fighting
I
because they
think
came
I
out
think there's this. I think
at the same time.
with
So-
with Cole and Drake, there's things even outside of them looking at their peers, which is each other. I think even within their own careers, there's things that they haven't dealt with
Yeah.
internally.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
I feel like,
But that's what I'm saying, like, with
Drake-
Cole's whole journey, bro, like...
but that's at Cole. That I think with Cole, it hurts him because he knows he made those decisions. Like I feel like
because the thing is that if he would have stayed on, like, in my opinion, bro, Born Sinner is his best album. Like, I love that album.
I like the album a lot, but I know why it wasn't.
Yeah.
where
No,
it
for
could
sure.
be.
I know why it wasn't, but
Yeah.
I feel like he hates himself because of the decision to go mainstream rather than
For sure.
trust his inner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because all those
Honestly.
songs
I
came
think-
out, and then he was pretty much like mainstream, and all those songs are on playlists now, and all those songs are on people's fucking favorited playlists.
He went
Honestly, for sure.
went too much both times, right?
Yeah, bro.
It went the first time he went too commercial. He tried to be a rapper.
Yeah, he tried to be an
He tried to
artist.
be and it was like he wanted the work out for me. He wanted all these
Yeah.
he wanted all these tracks, right? And he wanted the
Can't get enough.
he wanted to be standing there with Jay-Z and Kanye.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And he wanted the chains and he wanted the what I didn't think he wanted it.
He
but
did get the
he
chain
was-
though, the Jesus
Yeah,
piece and
I think
everything.
he wanted
and
to.
that's why he grew
There
dreads,
was
bro,
a-
to show these off that shit.
There was like
And that's why he wears Crocs.
yeah, he was chasing
Facts.
something.
Plays
That's why he
basketball.
turned vegan.
And I think for Born Sinner, he went too much the other way where he wanted to bring it back down,
conscious,
and
yeah.
he just went. But also the production, he
Yeah,
produced
yeah.
it all himself.
And it's
Yeah.
hard.
And the reason why it didn't go is because it's that thing where it's like you can listen front to back, and if someone isn't in the loop, they just think it's one song.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure,
And
for
it's-
sure.
And,
yeah, no,
and
you're
it's,
right.
and,
you're right.
and it's his problem that he talked about now, where he's like he doesn't want to look back on his career and he didn't feature with anyone. I
Yeah.
think like a couple
That's the
years ago
hardest
he
shit,
looked back
though.
at Born Sinner and he was like, I don't know why I didn't tap so and so for a beat. I don't know why I didn't
Yeah,
tap so and
That's
so for a
it.
beat.
But that song, Crooked Smile, was a banger though.
Oh yeah,
Bro, honestly, that album is
it's a really good
crazy,
album.
bro.
It's a really good album.
I think I still
from
like
start to finish, bro.
I think I still like Sideline Stories better though.
But what
Sorry,
year?
sorry,
What year is
sorry.
this? What year is this?
What's that?
14?
Born Sinner?
13.
Born Sinner.
13.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that for Drake and what was that for Kendrick?
That was hard.
That was
That
not.
was a hard.
that
That
was
was a
Pimp a
hard
Butterfly,
time for
wasn't it?
Center to put him like really.
Oh, it
there.
was either 13 or end of 12, maybe. I think.
It doesn't either way. If it's 13 or 12,
high school, so
this
this
is-
is like 13.
this is nothing was the same. Drake.
Yeah, nothing
and
was
this
the
is
same.
Bro, I was already
What Kendrick
bad,
was it
bro.
though?
hey.
What Kendrick was it though?
It's Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh,
Kendrick.
nah, G.
Yeah.
So it's a hard
Nah.
time.
No,
It's a hard
yeah,
time
no,
to drop
for sure,
Center.
for sure. But I
Yeah.
think like in terms of list, and I think that's the problem too with the comparisons and stuff like that. Is like you were saying with Kendrick just being off the buzz. I think it's because like they get sick of the fact that people don't just appreciate
Them
what they
as
do for what they do.
yeah, them as an artist.
Yeah,
And
where they're
always
like, oh no,
compare,
but this
yeah.
doesn't sound like.
They're always putting numbers
exactly.
next to
That's
their
not as
name.
good as yeah.
They always
Yeah.
putting numbers next to their
And
name.
it's funny because I had this, because I put a post on Facebook here and I was like talking about albums and stuff and artists, and one of my mates commented, and then I found myself going in on Kendrick, bro, like talking about, nah, man, like I feel like he's gone real corny, like amazing brother, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hold on a second, bro, like I sound goofy as because
Yeah.
I don't just sit and appreciate what he does.
You still got to give him his flowers.
Exactly.
We still got to give
And
all
that's-
three of
and
them
that's
their
where it hit
flowers.
me.
G.
I was
Deadass.
like, oh no, I gotta stop with this.
This
Like,
is the
I just
thing.
gotta sit, listen, and appreciate it, bro.
You know a Kendrick song when you hear one. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
and
I
I
don't-
think this is the greatest thing, you know, with between J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. Like, you know, who's gonna rap on this beat when you first hear it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
100%.
It sounds familiar.
for sure.
Out of the three of them too, like Cole and Drake, I don't know if it's because they voice it in their songs, but they're the two that always, there's a big crowd that love to go against it. They love to rile up Cole and Drake, and they love to rile up the fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Whereas with Kendrick, I don't know if it's almost because he doesn't, like Kendrick goes at heads of that
sure.
artist that he wants to go at.
For sure.
But he won't talk about the fans of the art, like of those artists.
Yeah.
He won't talk about, but Drake and Cole, they love to talk about the opposers, that the haters that naysay about them.
Yeah.
It's almost like every album for sure, almost every track. They like to talk about the naysayers more than anything else.
But I think too, like the biggest influence when it comes to the way they see themselves in that, or like the chips they have on their shoulder, it comes down to fans not paying enough attention to an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
100%.
Like
That's what I'm talking about, like the
yeah,
whole like rock
Drake
stuff.
fans don't know freaking.
Yeah.
Like,
So
So
far
far
gone.
gone, yeah.
Like they
And that's
don't.
and that's why I'm talking about like the whole rock star thing is because like there's so many rock stars that are gone that should have been way bigger than they were, but they were just cast into the limelight and like they off themselves or like something fucking happened when they were in the prime of their life, and there's all these like artists that like are in the time of their life and they're not doing enough.
Yeah,
You
100%.
get what I mean? But then you got like dope artists that just fucking sort of get off it.
Yeah,
They
for
just
sure.
sort of like aren't fucking down anymore, which is
Yeah.
where I think Kendrick is.
Yeah, he's
The
probably
yeah.
cool with just featuring it. Like
The hardest
For
one,
sure,
the,
with
that
Baby
Haim
Keem and
feature
stuff
was
like that.
crazy.
the hardest
Yeah.
thing to know the temperature on is Kendrick. We only know
Yeah.
what we get, and
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah, for sure.
that's why it seems so unfazed. That's why it
But I think
seems
too,
so.
it's
Yeah.
intriguing. Like it's cool for people to get that in little doses rather than be
Ex-
oversaturated by someone.
Like, you don't know what Kendrick is up to.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
honestly,
It's crazy.
the median of like output and in front of like people's faces is Drake, Cole, Kendrick. Like
Yeah.
Drake's in your face.
Yeah,
You don't go anywhere.
bro, that
without-
guy's got a new song
You don't-
every
yeah.
month.
It's
bro.
like
You
it's
won't-
like
you won't go without
Griselda
hearing
too.
him, seeing him, someone talking about him,
yeah,
and then it's Cole. Cause I feel like Cole, he'll have an appearance every like now and then, and even more so than ever. And then Kendrick's just like whew, off the grid.
What do you reckon's next for Kendrick after Top Dog?
Oh well, he's starting his label,
Yeah,
the
for
PG
sure.
Lang with Baby Keem as the first artist. And
Oh,
then
that's
Dave,
hard.
Dave Free that was with Top Dog is doing PG Lang with Kendrick.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, when I first seen PG Lang, I thought it was just gonna be some because they're doing like Calvin Klein campaign.
Is it based out of LA or is it just like international or like what is it? Is
I
there
don't
like
know.
a certain like view for it? I feel
don't-
like it's gonna be like LA based to start off with.
I don't know. Artist wise, the only thing is that it's gonna be Keem and Kendrick.
Because where's Keem from? Keem from LA.
It's his cousin.
They grew up together and shit. That's
yeah.
where that photo came from.
Yeah, it's his cousin. So
Oh,
I don't think Kendrick's gonna think like that. I don't think it's gonna be a TDE approach where it's like a.
It's like a light and dark.
I feel like he's going. I feel like he's gonna like actually. He's gonna try and go for some global talent for sure.
It's gonna be like good music when good music first came out.
Because I mean,
super hard.
Well, Kendrick's had a hand in a lot of people's albums on TDE, the whole roster.
Yeah, well, he chose like track listings for like fucking like Schoolboy Q and shit for like a lot of his albums.
Yeah.
And Kendrick was always pulled in for like the choosing.
Yeah.
And Kendrick's just like, yeah, G, that one.
Well, I mean,
Nah,
you hear
one.
Isaiah Rashad project, and then all of a sudden you hear all these ad libs from Kendrick, and you're like, is a verse gonna come? And it's like, no. So he oversees a lot of music for TDE in terms of anything. So he's like I think a lot of people underestimate this next phase of him being an executive producer on his own label. I think big, because I'm talking about this guy that puts.
I really hope he touches beats.
Albums.
I really hope he's like taking this time to like even just like super go in on like beat making and shit. Because I don't want him to be like DJ Khaled. I want him to be like Diddy.
I want him to be like Jay-Z. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Jigga. Yeah, 100%.
Sure.
But if we're talking about he's doing sequencing for, I mean, we're talking about a label that's only put out good albums.
Yeah.
The whole label.
Yeah.
And he's
Smartest
had some sort of pieces
to
do with sequencing with Q's album, some ad libs on Isaiah's, and he might say here and there like, oh, I think you should do a little interlude here. Like, you know, I don't know how, like, I'm not saying he's sequencing every album, but obviously Q said he sequenced an album. You hear ad libs here and this, and you're like, this guy's like touching almost every TDE thing.
For sure.
And he's doing his like, there's one thing undeniable. His bodies of work are amazing. His visuals are amazing for his, like, all the music videos. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. So I can't imagine him not being the same way with the artists that are gonna be on the label. So
I feel like with Kendrick, he's not gonna overshadow them because he's to the point when he's like stepping back a bit to make them big, like what Kanye did with like good music. And I feel like it was Kanye and his mates.
For sure.
You get what I mean? Because like there's a lot of albums that should have come out that didn't come out.
Yeah.
Bro, I wish there was a good music, like another album for good music.
There was like Cruel Summer.
For sure, yeah.
Cruel Summer and
that's underrated, by the way.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that what was the other one? There was Cruel Summer and like the cold that winter one. That was supposed to come out that didn't come out, but like I said, like it's one of those things that like
it's too split up. Good, like I mean, he kind of
artist needs to
is
be.
Is that kind of thing?
No, no, I don't believe so. Because I mean,
it's Kanye's ego, bro. He's too much
Big
of a bigger artist to like walk away. And
Big Sean's throwing some subs as well at good, and I'd say like the best
Big Sean's
artist, the best artist on good music is probably Pusha and Big Sean.
Big Sean's meh. Big Sean's meh.
He's the same Big Sean's meh.
Big Sean's meh. But like Pusha T.
Where is he in the?
What do you mean? Where is he?
Not in the top three.
He's not even there, bro.
No, active. Like, what is he?
He's got that album coming out soon called Detroit something. He's got the Afro and the Lowriders. I don't know when that came out though.
There's like a Detroit 2?
I think it's soon.
That's a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, is it a while ago? That's the only one that I know, bro. And to be honest, like he has a feature, but like he's not there, and he was supposed to be the protege.
Yeah.
And the same with like Kid Cudi too, but that's why Kid Cudi gets, bro.
I think Big Sean like missed the mark, bro, when he had the chance to.
For sure.
It's because he's a freestyle rapper, bro.
Yeah.
It's just bars, like it's just cool.
He's got some commercial.
Bro, I still love that song.
Does,
like One Man Can Change the World. I think that was the last album that I ever listened to.
I honestly feel like I put him in a underrated.
He can rap, but
I put him in
underrated.
underrated. Can't make a song. I put him in an underrated. I don't think he can't make a song.
But he can't make a hit song. He can't make a song that's gonna hit number one. That one song with like E40, it was because of E40.
Bro, you don't, bro. Let's be real.
E40 knows how to make a song.
Let's be real, bro. He has to be underrated. We're talking about a guy that's had just as crazy features as Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like he's been on songs with Jay-Z and Kanye on the same song.
But he's
been on songs with Eminem. He's been on songs with a lot of high caliber artists.
Yeah, but what did he do on those songs? Kendrick, what did he do on those songs? His hardest verse is the Earthquake song with Kanye on Click. That's his hardest shit.
Which one?
Like his songs on the his song,
we do this Saturday.
his songs on like Click, his verse on Click, crazy. His songs on like.
But that's what I'm saying. He brought that to. He brought
but that's
that
a
to,
feature, bro. He doesn't.
No. You're not listening. He brought that to Kanye and Jay-Z, and then they were like, "All right, we're gonna run with this," and then Kanye and Jay-Z jumped on it.
Yeah, but
so it's not like.
But it's not a Big Sean song. That's what I'm saying.
I just told you it was a Big Sean song because I said Big Sean brought it to Kanye and Jay-Z.
Oh, did
and
he?
Then they said they were gonna jump on it.
But he needed them.
Yeah, but would that song have been as successful had they not been on it?
Nah,
bro, I wouldn't even know who Big Sean was if it wasn't for that song.
Yeah, bro, 100%.
I think he's underrated.
But same as Percy, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not saying he should be in people's top 5, but I feel like he's underrated. I feel like people overlook him a lot. I feel like it might be a position he likes a lot too. I'd like that position.
Yeah,
for sure. You get the acknowledgement from people that we all think are top tier.
Yeah.
But
100%.
then everyone that isn't with fans are just like, nah, average, nah.
He does have hot verses.
But he's gets the acknowledgement. There's a reason.
Blessings. That song was crazy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason why Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick, all of them, they all jump on the track.
Not your fault. What is it? It's not your fault. It's all your fault. Him and Kanye. It's not your fault. And Kanye's like singing like auto tune and shit. That shit was hard as fuck too.
I just don't believe. I believe everything he got, he earned by him. So I don't think there was no one saying.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't think Kanye was like, yo.
He hustled Kanye, bro. He hustled.
I don't think Kanye was like, yo, Hove, let me get on this verse for me with Big Sean. I'm trying to get his profile up. Chris Brown, they're not getting on the phone. Bro, this dude had a song with Chris Brown early. He's worked with everyone, and it's off his own merit.
Is that he plateaued, bro? That's what I think. I think in terms of
supposed to go up.
Yeah, exactly, but he didn't.
Yeah.
That's what I meant when I said before. I feel like he was meant to be somewhere, but he just didn't. Because when he first came out, bro, he was massive.
Big hype.
Thing. Big Sean
his album, Kanye was pushing everything fucking behind him, and then it just didn't do.
Do you reckon he's got a potential to have that Tiger moment though, where you're plateaued, fell down?
I just don't think he plateaued. I think he just cared about his. I think he's just been caring about his core fans
for sure.
And I don't think he wants.
Ariana Grande fucked him up. No.
I don't think he wants the heights. I don't think he wants the heights that he had with other songs.
For sure.
And he got fired because of Janae.
What's that?
Wait, what happened there?
Oh, who? Big Sean?
Yeah.
He got fired because of Janae.
What do you mean?
What happened there?
I'm just saying that he was fired when he was with her, and then after that, even that album sucked, bro.
The 2088.
Yeah, that shit sucks, bro. Because, he tries, and I know he tries, and, his fire songs are fire, but, he needs good music, bro. He needs a Kanye. He needs Kanye.
He needs the producers, the team, you reckon?
He needs a team,
sure.
bro. He's never went where he's supposed to be.
No, that's, and that's probably it for me. It's I feel that way, too. He's not... of course he has the potential to be that because you see him shine in different songs. You know what I mean? You see him make bangers, you see him have success, but it never sticks. I think it's the same with A$AP Rocky, bro.
Honestly,
whoa. What do you mean?
Sure,
A$AP
for
Rocky?
sure.
No, Rocky's fire.
Whoa.
I gotta agree. I gotta agree with Bill.
100% agree with that, bro. For sure.
Because Rocky's has the potential, bro. You know what I mean? To be...
I don't even know.
Every album he does is great, bro.
Rocky could have made the triangle a square, bro. But he hasn't.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I've listened to every album, and
you really think he has the ammo to he has that in his caliber?
He's a fucking rock star, bro. He's got the
I'm not talking about that.
He's got the look. He's got the lyrics. He's got the
I'm talking about in that square. There's that triangle.
But he stepped this game up tenfold in the last 2 albums. He stepped this game up tenfold, his lyrical ability up, and he's touching fucking beats and shit now.
There's another part to that triangle.
But bro,
there's parts of that triangle that a lot of people cut, and we're talking about it with Big Sean too. I'm not saying.
Are we making a hexagon?
Well, hexagon, yeah, it's not a triangle no more,
We're making an octagon G, UFC style.
Can I just break momentum for a minute? I need to go toilet. I don't want to fuck it. I'm sorry, G. I'm sorry.
Well versed. We'll be right back in a minute.
This
We're getting close to an hour, like right
Just
now.
carry on. Just keep talking.
We'll just do this. We'll just do this.
But yeah, I 100% agree with you, bro. Like testing, there was only one song that I could actually recall.
Because the
I don't
thing is,
even know what the name of that song is. It's the one with Skepta.
He has to talk about this one because it's Rocky. And that's
Yeah, I know.
And that's why you mentioned it.
Yeah, nah, legit. But
Yeah,
that is
he's
how
like,
I feel
Rocky.
though. Like when it comes to Rocky, because when it was the same when Rocky first popped off. Like,
I'll just
Drake co-signed him hard out.
But hard.
You know what I mean? Like,
because there's like for me, Big Sean has a better shot. Like if we're talking about a square, we're talking about a square. Let's talk about who has the best shot to get in that
to
square.
get into the square.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Oh
If we're
my
talking about
gosh.
because I just don't feel like ASAP Rocky has a higher chance than Big Sean. I just don't.
Musically, maybe
But you
not.
think you
Nah,
think,
I
you
think
think
in
Holmes,
terms of-
you
I
think
think
Holmes looking at this guy this
I think in terms of influence,
Yeah,
he does.
for
oh,
sure.
but that's different. Fashion, he's in a triangle himself. It's
Yeah,
like him, and for fashion, it's
He's
like
in the dot, bro.
Kanye,
He's a full stop.
it's Kanye, Travis, ASAP.
Yeah, for sure.
If we're talking that, but if we're talking about that triangle,
Yeah.
that's a whole lot of different factors for that
For sure.
triangle.
For sure.
Because there's a like,
Uh.
there just isn't.
No, but I think in terms of like culture-wise, even within hip hop, like the influence that he had when he
For sure.
like when ASAP Mob popped off,
Mm.
the influence they had, it was almost like seeing Dipset again.
Hard.
You know what I mean? Like in terms of like that made me. I was like, yo, this gives me mad Dipset vibes just because of how they roll, just do whatever they want. Like
Wu-Tang
Exactly.
as well.
And
Yeah,
ba-
Wu-Tang
bro,
vibes,
back in the
yeah, for
days,
sure.
2010, 2011, like Tumblr days, you either wanted to be like Golf Wang or ASAP Mob,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
yeah, for
You
sure.
know
That was
what I
a two
mean?
at the
Like-
time.
Yeah,
That was a heavy like
yeah.
collective phase.
For sure.
That was a
Exactly,
heavy-
bro.
That was a heavy collective
I wanted to wear
phase.
black scale hat with drop tail tees, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, nah, he's definitely like fashion. He's in a triangle.
Yeah, but I think in
I
terms
can't think of anyone
influence,
that gets in that triangle.
He could have. What do you mean? Like rappers that will get into the fashion triangle?
I reckon
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator could be in there too, bro.
I think it's too niche though.
I think so too.
I-
And I think
bro.
it just does. He just does what he wants. Like it's
Yeah.
not. His concern is
I think
fashion. Like
I think everyone can see an outfit from Travis, ASAP, and Kanye and be like, I'd take something out of that outfit.
yeah, for sure.
And you can see a lot of brands are making their clothes based off the stuff that they wear.
And we're talking about We're talking about
100%.
high end designers as well.
Exactly.
Like
G.
Tyler's definitely like got a case to make for that though. 100%.
For sure.
100%. He's got a lot of influence.
Like he's with
Turning the
Converse
triangle
and
into a
everything.
square though. That's
That's
a tough one because
that's the
I
name.
don't think there's anyone even punching that. Like
I don't even think the thing that I guess now that when we talk about it that bothers me is that no one has attempted to.
but I don't think it's that they haven't attempted to, bro. I just think it's that they couldn't.
I think there's people that have the potential to.
For sure. Like which is why I say the same thing about Rocky.
Who's people that not even like present, because obviously we're talking about an era that's 2010 to 2020.
Let's not do this prison talk, bro.
But who's someone like throughout all that time that could have inserted themselves into the square? Who had the actual potential to insert themselves to make it a square? In my opinion, I'm gonna say I don't want to debate this one too long because I understand I might be the only one. But Big Sean had a avenue to do that.
Yeah, for sure. That's
He had the
like
chance to do it, but didn't do it.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure.
what we're
But I
going on
think
about,
it's the same
though.
with Rocky.
That's what we're going on about. Is who's
Rocky should have. Rocky.
Nah, Rocky could never.
But Rocky had the.
He's preparing himself and having a
I know, I just missed
bro.
this whole thing and I did not want to piss, bro. I was literally about to piss in the corner, bro. And then I locked myself out, bro. I was like, I'm not meant for this conversation.
He had to think of his argument in the bathroom.
I'm just
Bro,
saying,
straight up. He said Rocky's one of my favorite artists ever.
he can't be
Yeah,
in that.
that's-
He can't be in that square though.
Not.
He can be in your square. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because who else was in, who else was fucking Problems? Who else was in there?
2 Chainz.
two
No.
changes in the
Yeah,
square.
and Drake. That was
You
ASAP
hottest
that was
boy
ASAP
ever.
Rocky
You know
trying
what
to do it,
I'm
bro.
talking
As I said, Rocky trying to do
Bro,
it.
honestly, anyway.
But who really has had a chance to be in the square? Potential. It can go. It can go off. It can go off any merit. It could go off the potential. He was kind of there at one stage.
Bro,
He,
honestly,
if
in
you
all
just
honesty, Pusha T probably could have.
Nah, he
honestly,
he couldn't.
Nah, Pusha T's too old, bro.
He couldn't.
Pusha T's been doing it for like 20 years, bro.
bring
He's too
clips
old. G.
back.
Push is just
He's back, but he's not.
Yeah, Push is just rap, and let's be real. Numbers
Yeah,
have to
for sure,
numbers
for sure,
have
for
to
sure.
come in, and we knew
sure.
Push was never gonna do
Oh, so
anything for
numbers
numbers.
count now? Numbers matter?
For,
Is it
yeah,
Drake?
yeah.
Is it Drake that ended his career?
To get yourself in that trifecta, numbers
Sure.
do matter.
Bro, Meek Mill could have done it.
I actually, yes,
Meek
that's
is
a good
actually
argument.
Meek
For sure.
Bro,
Meek is a good
could.
one.
No fucking way,
Yeah.
G. He's
Nah.
not.
Bro,
He sucks more than
Meek Mill
Rocky,
was
G.
huge. Come
Bro,
on,
and then he
bro.
went, and then he went to jail.
Rocky sucks?
Bro, no. But they said Rocky, but Meek Mill
Ever
sucks
since-
more.
Ever since
Bro, he went to jail, G, for a reason.
Meek came out of jail, though, only good
'Cause of that.
albums. Only good albums.
I 100% agree for sure.
Meek Mill
Only
sucks,
good
G.
albums.
Since he came
100%.
out.
Yeah.
Meek Mill sucks because he tried to do that
100%.
fast rap thing. Couldn't make one good song, bro.
Okay. Yeah, only good albums. 100%. We'll rattle off some more names.
Like, you actually had me thinking, bro. Like, I could even say Young Thug in that era. You know, but he's so
But
influential.
I feel like Young Thug's like after,
Yeah, Young Thug's after.
and Future's
that was
after
like
too.
2013, though. You know what I mean?
But you get what I mean? Like, that was just a transition from rap to, like, that auto-tune
Trap,
shit.
Yeah, but
it's a-
2013
yeah.
was
It's a hard acceptance for a lot of
Out
people.
of anybody be Future.
at that time.
I
the thing
actually,
is-
yeah,
oh,
not bad.
Out of anybody be Future, bro. Because of his roots.
No, I still think it's a hard acceptance.
Because of his roots in the
I
game.
still think it's a hard acceptance for people.
Future's been doing.
Because I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about a
Same shit.
trifecta. I'm talking about a trifecta
Dungeon
where it's
clip.
like,
He's a
Dungeon-
Pusha T's triangle.
Dungeon Click.
yeah, I'm talking about like a
He should be battling him.
this trifecta is like
Best
it's
oldie in the game.
it is you have to look at it from every aspect of what it is.
The baddest
Like
girl
who
in the game.
the people that like see it. It's a big audience, and there's a lot of things to check off to
Yeah.
put them in the square.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
to be
And
honest,
it's a hard acceptance for a Future or a Young Thug
Yeah,
to
easy.
gain the acceptance
Easy.
of.
of that,
Of the
that
mass
people,
majority of
Yeah.
But
yeah.
at that time, it was way different to how it is now.
But he's probably
Sure.
the only one that I could probably chuck in that square, bro. In my opinion.
My three.
Future.
Yeah, 100%. He's the only one.
Future's
bro.
been in the game for so long, man.
And like
Before
what he's done
Auto-Tune,
and
bro.
his turnout of songs and like, but then he's only just started
But the-
getting hits. But all his hits are hits.
He's in a.
And he's got songs with Drake
He's
too.
in his own triangle.
Yeah, yeah.
They got to
100%.
try that. For
Yeah,
that
100%.
sound
Yeah,
is
they've
like
got a triangle.
that's
Yeah.
Young Thug, Future, and Travis. That's
Yeah,
that
for sure.
triangle.
Yeah,
But
dead
to make it this like none of them three could be in that square. Still,
Yeah. I know.
the
what
only
you mean.
people I think is Meek, in my opinion, Big Sean.
It's because they all came out at the same. They all came out.
Yeah,
in
the other
around
one
the
is-
same time. So I could probably
Maybe
say
Wale.
that.
While honestly,
Wow.
nah,
Talk about
bro.
bro.
Wale to me is the most underrated rapper, bro.
Could he be? He has a point to make that if things went differently,
Yeah,
he
he
could
would
be
have
in
been.
that
He would have
square.
been in that square.
100%
earlier,
agree, for sure.
earlier,
Yeah,
all
facts.
of them,
Facts.
earlier than all of them as well.
Lupe Fiasco.
I feel like he was a one-hit wonder.
Might be.
Cuz
No, I think
he was ahead up
I think
until that
I
lasers
think-
shit.
I think he just went
Yeah,
when
he's done lasers, bro. That
That
was
laser shit. That song
he
Gus
was going
Sebastian
this
killed
way,
him. Fucking
they were going that way.
Australians.
It was just that. It wasn't even a. It wasn't even a close eclipse for that to even be a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Out of anybody who was going to battle, bro, it would have been Lupe and Wale to be that person.
Lupe's
Wale,
underrated.
bro.
Square,
Lupe's
bro.
underrated though.
Lupe's underrated.
But then he went
in
all
terms
fruity,
of-
bro. He went fruity because of the fucking
Yeah,
government.
but
Some
in
shit
terms
like that.
of who came out at that time, like and that little crew, bro, Wale was definitely there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Should have been there, but then he fell off.
So we're saying Wale.
Bro, the album about nothing is so hard. Bro.
Wale. I'm saying Big Sean. I'm not gonna throw all of
I'm
us.
gonna tell you the
Wale,
guy-
Gifted so hard.
Wale, Meek Mill, Big Sean, for me.
Yeah,
And Lupe.
nah, I think so too.
Lupe last,
Rocky.
but it's like a triangle.
Yeah, I would squeeze Rocky in there, you know, for sure.
Alright.
But bro-
I'm not on the Rocky one.
I'm so good.
I mean,
at
I'm
sound
not
this
saying that
thing.
Rocky's like a great artist, because I don't think he's the best rapper, bro. Like, I mean, legit. Like, if we talk about songs that I actually rock with, bro, like Goldie is like, that's it for me.
Bro, One Train. Bro, have you listened to One Train?
Like, I'm Goldie.
One Train, he's got every hot rapper in the game on one
that's
song, bro.
That was the hardest track of that era, bro.
Bro, honestly,
Bro, I said it must be.
testing is so hard because it's got Project Pat. It's got Project Pat on that, bro.
Yeah,
he
for
used
sure.
Project Pat sample and made Project Pat rap again. Bro, ASAP Rocky.
Drake did that too last album, bro.
Bro, ASAP. Yeah, but what did he do with that fucking verse, bro? That shit was some like fucking cornball fucking bubblegum shit that I could have thrown out, G, straight up. That should not have made the album, G. I heard Project Pat was like, yo, this shit's gonna be dark, G, and it was whack, bro. Straight up. That shit was probably the lamest shit I've heard in a fucking minute, bro. Other than fucking the 4X fucking theme song, cuz. Come on, G. Straight
bro,
up.
come on,
That's
man.
a attack at you for saying that, G. Straight
Don't bring
up.
Forex into this,
G,
man. Come
bro.
on.
VBG. But, you,
Well,
bro, ASAP
Meek
Rocky's...
Mill, Rocky,
Fuck Big
Big
Mill.
Sean. Bro, Meek Mill.
Bro, he had the biggest potential, bro.
Name
Bro,
one
it
good
is
song from
hard.
Meek Mill.
Hey,
Bro, the
Exactly.
whole Dreams and Nightmares album.
No, one good song. One good song.
Rico.
We're
good song.
gonna have to wrap
Dreams
soon
and
though.
One
Nightmares
good
is
song.
crazy.
The,
The, whole album.
Oh, is that a-
camera battery's running low, so we're gonna have to wrap soon.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you better charge
that
that.
We better get 3 hours of brother content.
Yeah,
Just
next
your
time,
guy's battery, eh? I want to go. Wait.
but yeah, nah. So, what we'll do is we'll just say we'll do like you did, like list off the names that we all mentioned that could be in the make a square, and then
I think
we'll
for
wrap it.
me, the biggest, the most that I think should have or could have competed was Wale.
Well, who do you think?
Rocky.
Who do you think?
Rocky, for sure.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I think so too, bro. I'm a massive Rocky fan back in the days, G.
Sheesh,
Margie.
bro, it's
Margie.
tough.
I
It's
know.
Just back in the days, though, G.
too. We're Sean too, deadass.
But just back in the days, G.
bro, it's tough
Nah.
for me.
From.
You guys were pretty definitive.
Oh, bro. No, hold up. I changed mine. Kid Cudi.
Hey, well, you reckon he was before that though?
No, Kid Cudi was in the same square as Drake, bro.
Nah,
Him and Kid Cudi
Nah.
came out at the same time, bro.
nah, I
Deadass.
disagree.
If you got any questions or you got any topics you want us to discuss, add a
Yo,
comment below.
Look at the comments.
Yeah.
Talk shit to me
Well,
because
hit-
I will
hit-
reply
hit-
to everything you say.
I mean, we'll put up all the socials and stuff for everyone and
Facts.
the platform as well. So if there's anything that you think we should talk about on the next episode, reach out to anyone and we'll cover it on the next episode. But yeah, is there anything that anyone wants, any words of wisdom from anyone, or anything that you want to say to ASAP Rocky or any of your favorite artists?
Straight up. Yo, R.I.P. ASAP Yams, deadass.
Alright, if we hit 1,000 likes, Levi is gonna shotgun a VB.
Oh,
for
bro,
us
easy.
on
I'll do that
screen.
right now. Just kidding.
1,000 likes first.
Just kidding.
What's your sign off?
I'll sign off.
What's your words of wisdom or something that you want to call out?
Yeah.
Argue with Brandon
Don't do
about
drugs,
Meek
kids.
Mill.
That's it. Don't do drugs.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like that. Don't do drugs. Call your mom,
Can't copy me, bro.
and that's it.
I lied onto what you guys said. Nah, I'm joking. I don't know. I guess my only words of wisdom
you know
is
what,
to
bro? Try, bro, that's
Always
it.
stir the pot.
Stir the pot.
Don't follow the fucking like.
And turn everything into shapes.
Appreciate everything and keep it well versed.
Ooh.
He practiced that.
He's been coming up with that shit. That's it, G. We all gotta say that,
Bro, honestly, G.
bro. We all gotta say that, deadass.
We'll get better at the sign in, sign outs eventually.
For sure.